Can you guys see? Okay. We're good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I know that all of us on the call aren't really new coaches, but it's recording and hopefully some other new coaches will watch it. And it's just good stuff to be reminded of. So, like Haley said, I had a really awesome 3 months, but that I honestly think that was just, I pushed really hard, but I have to say that was totally the Lord. He's completely blessed me and just taking me this far, and I'm really excited to see what happens the next 3 months. I hope it gets even crazier than it was. So the first thing that I kind of did when I signed up with Haley, we had our Get Started Right call. And I reached out to Haley because I was at a terrible job. I had a horrible boss who I just despised working for. And I remember Haley posted something about the cruise, and then I think you posted something else about, I don't know, something about financial or being your own boss or something like that. And so I had actually bought PIO from Haley last summer, and I'm remembering now that you probably, I don't even remember, but I'm sure you asked me to buy a challenge pack or something and sign up as a coach, and I was like, no, I'm good. So now that I'm a coach, I realize how frustrating that is. So sorry about that. So I have been using Beachbody products for a long time. So what got me into it was the business side of it, which I don't think is common necessarily for a lot of people. But so the first thing I did was deciding who I was with Beachbody, and more than just like hobby coach, discount coach, business builder, but who I specifically was within that role. And I knew immediately I wanted to be a business builder, but I knew it was going to look a little differently for me because I was working 40 hours a week, and I was going to have to work in the mornings and at night and work on my lunch break. And I would come home and work while I was watching TV with Neil, my husband. And but I knew that I wanted to like dial in and decide who I really was. I knew I wanted it to be my career, but for the first few months, I knew I wanted to pay Neil's student loan bills. I wanted it to pay like my phone bill and my electricity bill, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's really important to decide who you are, what kind of coach you are, and then specifically what that looks like for you. Because a hobby coach may look different for one coach and another coach. Like I know that my coach, Carol, who's about to be joining and adding challengers, she's somewhere between a hobby and a business. And she wants to pay for more than just her Shakeology, but she's not going all in quite yet. So I think that is super important. Next, how do I get this? Oh, whoops. Okay. Next would be finding your why, which I know we've all heard a ton, and we've heard people on our upline talking about it, but I think it really is super important. And I was actually listening to a recording from Summit last year on my drive to work this morning, and I don't know who it was that was talking. They didn't introduce themselves, but she was saying that, you know, when she asked her coaches, what's your why? And they say, I want to help others. She says, that's not your why. That's a byproduct of what you do as a coach. You do help others, but that's not what's pushing you forward to move forward in your business. And I was like, dang, that is so true, because yes, I love helping others, and I love, you know, sharing my transformation story with Beachbody and hearing other people's. But she said the 3 F's that push people forward are finances, family, and freedom. And those 3 definitely wrap into my why. I knew from the start when I got into this that I wanted to be working from home. I wanted to be in my yoga pants with a cup of coffee at 10 o'clock if I wanted. I knew that I wanted to not have to ask for days off. I knew I wanted to go visit my family in South Carolina at the drop of a hat, and to set my own salary, because I can tell you, being in the real world and getting that salary or getting that hourly rate or whatever, you see it and you're like, that's what I'm working so hard for. And, you know, you feel like you're worth more than that. So I think it's awesome that you kind of decide what you're worth in this business and you go for it. So for me, finding a why that is really important to you is what's going to push you, because I'm an all in or nothing kind of girl. And I knew coming into this, like, going all in, I'm going to be a girl boss. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm going to push as hard as I can until I get there. So that for me was my huge why, helping others, obviously. I lost 40 pounds with Beachbody products before I was even introduced to Shakeology or the 21-day fix meal plan just from using the workouts. I lost 40 pounds. So to say I'm a believer in the products is an understatement because I think they're awesome. And then another part of my why didn't really happen until I got into coaching, and it's the team environment. I just think it is so awesome that I'm my own boss and I don't answer to anyone, but I have accountability and I also have a team. So I consider Facebook kind of like my office, and I like that I have like friends in my office even when I'm hanging out by myself at my computer. You know, it's so cool to get to reach out to people and look up to others. So definitely finding your why is huge. I originally had this as find your motivator and changed it because I know find your why is like our thing, but finding what motivates you is so important. Another way to say find your why. Just find what is going to make you put in that extra hour. It's going to make you get up early, is going to make you invite that extra person that you're a little nervous about inviting, because that's what's going to push your business forward. And next, it's frozen. There we go. Sorry, that yellow one's kind of hard to see. Okay, so again, kind of basic, but it's good to get back to the basics. The 3 vital behaviors, and I can tell you that this is the first month that I struggled to hit Success Club 5, actually struggled. And it was because I was not practicing all 3 of the vital behaviors. I 100% believe that. I was doing my workouts, but I was not following my meal plan, and I was not confident in my business. I really wasn't. It affected me and it made me feel sluggish. I used my new job that I started a month ago as my excuse, and I was tired and it was just easier to grab something out. And it really did affect. I was consistent. I was inviting, but I could just tell that was different. I wasn't believing in it or believing in myself like I was the previous 2 months. So being proof of the product is really going to drive your business. I don't have any progress pictures to post from the past 30 days because I didn't make any progress. I didn't go backwards, but I did not move forwards. And that's something that I have got to be better about, because if I'm continuing to invite people and I'm not inviting them on my journey, then they're going to keep saying, no, I'm good. Like, you're just posting, you keep using these old pics, whatever. So that is definitely super, super important. Inviting, obviously, what moves you forward. Haley Allison will tell you that the first month I was not excited about inviting people and I didn't really do it my first month. People just kind of came to me when I posted, but and I, told her, I was like, I'm nervous people are going to think that I'm like telling them that they're fat, and like I don't know how to invite without it coming across as rude. And she coached me through it. And my second month I invited, and y'all, I was blown away by the response. I just could not believe it. I could not believe that I was reaching out to these people that I hadn't talked to in months and starting the conversation. And then when I brought up the challenge group, they were like, yeah, I actually totally need that. Thanks so much. I was like, cool. Who else can I invite? And it was amazing. I mean, I invited so many people. And not only that, but I invited them to what Haley talked about last week, the VIP discount. Y'all, 99% of my challengers are my discount coaches. Like, I've only had one person turn it down. You would just have to put it out there. You have no idea what they're going to say until you put it out there. And then personal development, my hardest vital behavior to stick to. This is one I have to work on. Me and Ashley, my success partner, talk about all the time how I need to get better about it. But I will say that I've been listening to podcasts on my drive to work, and it's been so great because I have like 30 minutes in the car every day, and I listen to my podcast, and it's an easy way to get in my personal development, and I just skip listening to the radio. So that is also super, super important. And I've noticed in the past week a difference in my confidence, and I feel like I'm more motivated. I want to move forward in the business. I want to invite people just from reading personal development and listening to other people's success. And then at the bottom, I have treat yourself like a challenger or you fail your challengers. I think it's crazy when we as coaches don't hold ourselves to the same standards that we hold our coaches to. There's no reason that Haley Taylor, so confusing with two Haleys. You just posted something earlier about how, you went on a run because you weren't going to let one bad meal spoil your day, and you wouldn't let your challengers do that. And I think that is so important that we hold ourselves to the same standard. So we do that by practicing the 3 vital behaviors. Okay, set specific goals. This is for business and personal. I have my little dream board, hang on, from my coach training with Shine On. I can't see the Shine On Empire coach training that I have hanging up beside my desk for my business goals. It goes from next month all the way to next year and then the nearest future after that. And I have small things or have big things like I want to be a 5-star diamond coach in the nearest future. And I want to buy a big A Mac desktop like Melanie Mitro just bought for my desk and things like that. But then I have attainable goals like I want to be diamond by the latest August 1st, but I really want to be diamond next month. And I want to hit Success Club 10 every month. And I want to read 10 minutes of personal development every day. So setting those big and small goals and then putting them somewhere, print them out, put them in your phone, make them your background, whatever is going to remind you. I have mine colorful and pretty right there, so I see them every day when I'm working. But just have them out and stick to them. And outside of business, have personal fitness goals. Because again, if you're not moving forward, no one's going to care. Literally no one's going to care. No one's going to want to know what you have to say. No one's going to be interested. I have a fitness goal sheet that I think is actually pretty good, not to brag on myself, but I could share it with the group. I sent it to Haley at the beginning of my challenge group with her and said, I want this to be what I stick to. It's hanging on my wall.
Share it, Taylor. I want to see it in the group.
Okay, I'll put it in the group.
You share it for me?
Yeah. And it has my goal picture, which is also on my desk. And it has my different goals, small goals for 5-pound loss, bigger goals for 10-pound loss. And then my really big goal is I get to buy a outfit from Anthropologie when I hit my goal weight. So I reward myself with things that like push me forward and make me excited. They might seem small to other people, but they're fun to me. So set those goals, take the baby steps to get to them, and reward and celebrate. We do this for our challengers, and I feel like we as coaches, because we're coaches, we feel like we can't be excited about things like losing a pound or signing up a discount coach because they're not a business builder and stuff like that. But every small step is a step towards a bigger step, just like with weight loss. If you're doing small changes, making small changes in your diet, doing one workout, those are what build up to the bigger changes. And the same is true with your business. So setting specific goals, printing them out, sticking to them. Success Club, everyone's favorite. Success Club 5. If you are part of this downline, which you are, you've probably been told that Success Club 5 should not be an option, and it should not. It should be something that you strive for no matter what, because everyone can help 3 people a month. It's just doable. Success Club 10 is something that I have really put in place for myself that I want to hit every month. I would love to be a Success Club All-Star with 10 on the board. And that's so doable too if you set it from the beginning, the very beginning of the month. You can help 5 people. If you're inviting 2 to 5 people every day for 30 days, like there's no reason you should not hit Success Club 10. So I have a fun little challenge for our coach family. I want to challenge everyone to hit Success Club 10 for the month of May. And May starts tomorrow. So it's so easy because there's 31 days. And for everyone that hit Success Club 10, I'm sure Haley will post it at the end of the month. I'll put everyone's name in a bowl and we'll do a raffle drawing for some fun, really cute bracelets that I found today. They're really fun to like stack and be cutesy. And if a boy, Cortland, or another boy wins it, we'll figure out something boyish, a gift card or something. I don't know what boys like. I'm married and I don't know what boys like. So I think it would just be really awesome if everyone in our group, everyone who is an active, involved coach, hit Success Club 10. Think about how many people we would be helping. And think about our team volume. That would be crazy. So I want to challenge everyone to hit Success Club 10. You have, starting tomorrow, 31 days. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do it. I'm challenging you to do it. So just get out there and do it. Bam. All right. Next, get a success partner. The Haleys and I searched for a success partner for me for a while. It's kind of like dating. It's a little weird. But we finally found one, Ashley Bogdan, and she is awesome. Finding a success partner is really important to find someone with similar goals as you. Ashley and I are both Emerald, and we're both pushing for Diamond. We both have set the goal to hit Diamond by August 1st, and we both have each other's goals written down, our weekly goals for inviting and challenge groups and all that stuff, and then we have our big goals. We know what we're going for. And we're also both kind of in the same life stage, which is fun. She's getting married in June, and I just got married a year ago. Excuse me. So we're kind of walking through it together. Haley is the best coach, and I love her so much. And I love reaching out to ask her probably way too many questions. But it's also fun to have someone who is walking with me and is in that same stage. And we're both, frustrated. I mean, I texted Ashley a week ago, and I was like, I'm not going to get Success Club 5. Like, I'm not even going to get 5. I'm so frustrated. And she was like, no, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And I was consistent. And I should have talked about this on my Success Club slide. Sorry. Haley asked me to talk about this. But I did go from Success Club 4 to 10 overnight on like the 28th, I think, or something like that. And it's because I invited my butt off. I invited like 30 people in like 4 days. I'd been consistent throughout the month and inviting 2 to 5 people every day, but Haley, Alice, and I were saying it's just a weird month. No one wanted to buy a challenge pack. We don't know why. It was just hard to hit it. But I was consistent, and I kept posting, and I kept inviting. And when I was frustrated and I told Haley it's not going to happen, I would still get on the computer and invite people, even though I was frustrated and I wasn't determined. I mean, I was determined, but I felt like it's not going to happen. But it did. And it was because I was consistent. So Ashley, coming back to Success Partner, Ashley and I keep each other accountable for all of our things. We encourage each other. We push and sharpen each other. So, if Ashley's like, hey, I'm not hitting Success Club 5, then I say, well, are you inviting people? Are you doing this? And she says, no. I say, well, then you need to do it. And the same, vice versa, same for me. We also chat every Tuesday night for 30 or 45 minutes, check in outside of Beachbody things to just see how life is going. And we check in each other with business and personal goals. We push each other in our workouts. We both did doubles together for the past couple of weeks and checked in with each other on that. I sent her a really unflattering picture of myself yesterday at 6 a.m. because I was pissed off that I was up and working out, but I did it. And I knew she would ask me about it later, so I did it, and I sent a picture. So that has been super helpful and really has pushed me forward. And it's just fun to have someone who knows exactly what you're going through, who's at that same stage. So if you don't have a success partner, reach out to your upline, ladies, and find out how you can get one, because it's been one of the best things about the last 2 months for me, for sure. And last but not least, plug into your teams, because you're a part of multiple teams. There's so many great things about them. I don't even know how to summarize all of it, but the Facebook groups for sure. Oh my gosh, take 2 hours on a rainy Saturday and dive through the file section of Dynasty, because it's so huge. Holy crap, there's so much good stuff in there. Stuff that you can learn from that'll prompt you to ask questions that you didn't even know to ask. Challenge group information. I mean, crazy stuff. File section in all of our groups is awesome. And it's also just a great place where you can ask questions. 10 minutes left. Where you can ask questions and you can reach out for support. I remember I had a challenger my first go around who had not lost any weight, and she was frustrated, and it was like my first week, and I was like, I don't know how to respond to this. And I put it in 3 groups. I had an overwhelming response of people who wanted to help me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing that I can put this out there and so many people are going to give me feedback. Get on your team calls like some of you are tonight, because they're awesome. They build community. They help you learn. I try and get on other team calls outside of Thursday nights, but I've set aside Thursday nights because my husband plays basketball and I want to honor our time together. So Thursday nights are my team call nights. And I know that for 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to be working and doing team calls, and I plan on that and I work around that schedule. I don't try and fit that into my schedule. That is my schedule. So make time to get on the team calls and learn from our smaller team up to our bigger team, and learn from our uplines and crazy guest speakers like Haley Taylor spoke on Dynasty United. Awesome. Encourage each other. I love how everyone just kind of ebbs and flows between all these teams. I remember the first time that I got put in all of them, I texted Haley Allison and I was like, what in the world? Who belongs to who? Who is who's upline? Who is Lindsay Stay? She's crazy awesome. Who is Brittany Leggett? Because I want to be her best friend. And if you know me for more than 5 minutes, you know that I love Brittany Leggett. But get on there and encourage each other, like each other's posts, comment and ask questions. Comment just to say, awesome, love this. Someone posted it in one of our groups that the more likes your post has, it rises up to the top of the news feed. And I didn't realize that makes so much sense because you don't see the things that have 3 or 4 likes till you get all the way down to the bottom of your news feed or way down. So let's help each other out and let's put it at the top. And learn from others. Reach out to people who are on other teams. Reach out to your upline. Ask them questions. People say all the time, we're top coaches. We're normal people too. We were once regular old active coaches. Like they didn't just wake up and they were a 15-star super diamond, whatever, however you say that. They worked to get there, and they were active. They were emerald. They were diamond, all that good stuff. So there's so much to learn from them, and there's so much to learn from each other. So I think it's super important that you're involved in your team pages. Don't just be like hanging out in there, and don't just put into the group too. Have stuff to contribute, make it a better place. Don't just be sucking information out of it. So I think that's all I have. Let me see. Yeah, that was it. So those are my simple steps to be successful as a new coach, and I hope that they were helpful.